Hey guys, it is currently 1:34 in the morning on the 23rd, but we're going to go ahead and talk about day 22 of NaNoWriMo. So I spent the majority of the morning editing videos for YouTube. The app that I normally use to edit videos on my tablet has now been updated again to a point where it glitches like every 3 to 4 seconds. So I've migrated to doing most of my editing on the PlayStation. There's an app on there called Share Factory. That's what I'm currently using. I initially wanted to start doing that forever ago, but for one reason or another, I couldn't get the music, the soundtrack that I use to import onto there, but I finally got it, so I started editing videos on there. However, the Camp Nano video, or the normal Nano videos, I've still been editing on my tablet. Except for this video and the last one you would have seen will be edited on the PlayStation, just so I don't have to deal with the glitchiness of the app on my tablet. But that being said, I started day 22 with editing Nano Day 19's video. While that was exporting, I made some nano graphics for myself and a fellow writer, and then when that was done exporting, I edited Nano Day 20's video. And then on the PlayStation, finished editing Man of Darkness Edit 7's video. It was well after 3 a.m. at this point, so I started writing in Murder of the Dixons and editing a Days Gone video in between, which took forever, by the way. It was like 2.5 hours of footage that I edited down to like 40 minutes or something. It took forever, however long it was. But I ended up with 2,478 words on Murder of the Dixons, which meant that I had finally met my daily goal on that one. I normally don't, but I did my best to on the 22nd. And at that point it was 7:55 in the morning, so it took a while, but that's okay. Beatings from a Butcher, 238, 334 in Photographs and Memories, 362 in Books and Badges, 196 in Graham. Yes, that's what it's called. I started, actually, a digital model for my Lost City of Z book. I've wanted to build the Lost City of Z forever, since I started writing it, to help determine what it looks like. And for a super long time, I've had part of an actual physical hand-built model, and it's over there in the corner of the living room, but all that's on it are the 3 little arches built out of popsicle sticks, because if you believe that the Lost City of Z is based on manuscript something 216? I don't know what it is. It's been a long time since I've written out the physical number, but if you believe that is a Lost City of Z, which for the purposes of my book it is, but generally Percy Fawcett was actually just interested in finding the lost city that was described in that manuscript later on. It might be manuscript 215, by the way. I don't remember. My note cards are not over here. They're hidden somewhere over there. But still. Whatever it is. If you believe that the manuscript is the Lost City of Z, and again, for my book, for the purposes of my book, it is, with some minor detail changes. But they come up through the mountains, and there's a path, and whatever, and after, like, 3 days, they wind up at these arches, and they're huge, and they're tall, and they're carved out of stone, and the one in the middle is much bigger than the rest of them, and all of that. And I had built those 3 arches out of popsicle sticks and put them on slightly thicker poster board than normal poster boards, like foam poster board or something like that. But after that, I didn't know how to do the rest of it. I have it drawn out, sort of, what I want it to look like, but that's about it. And I've been wanting to do a 3D model of it online forever, and I finally found a place I could do that. So I started that, and I'll hopefully throw a picture of it up over here so you guys can see it. It took me forever because I'm not great with 3D digital stuff. I'm learning, but it took a while, and I am happy with the progress on it, and that's what I'm going to be doing for a while until that's done. But I worked on that until about 10:15 in the morning, brushed my teeth, headed to bed, so on and so forth. I woke up at 5, and when I woke up, full disclosure, I was in a ton of pain. I was very cold, I was very stiff, and in general, no matter what I was doing, standing or sitting or anything, I was uncomfortable and in pain. But I did my best to accomplish at least a little bit more after I woke up. So at that point, I worked on the Z model a little bit more, which is when I finished the arches and added shadows and whatnot. Finally started writing around 6 p.m., worked on The Lost City of Z, 230 words, 306 in Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter, 216 in the ABC Killer, 212 in Thundering Hooves, 274 in TE, 234 in TFL, 276 in PRV, and then I spent a little while getting a couple videos off of my flash drive, because this is the only flash drive I have that will fit in the PlayStation. When this is all the way down, that amount of space, if this was up even this much further, it would not fit in the PlayStation anymore. So this is the only one that can fit in it, and it's only 8 gigabytes. So once I have a couple videos on it, I have to transfer everything off of it, or else I can't edit any more videos on the PlayStation. So I needed to get a ton of these off, so that way I could edit more videos tonight, or this morning. So I did that, and then got some others ready to make public on my actual YouTube page. Closed out stuff on the computer, moved all my stuff out to the living room at some point. I don't know when, I didn't write it down. And then I edited a chapter of TLA, which was 1,282 words, and then I just watched Ghost Stuff. Again, I was uncomfortable, I was in pain, and I decided that if I had to be those things, I would be that out here in the living room and watch ghost shows. So, that's what we did. But altogether on day 22, I wrote 5,356 words, and that's okay. I wasn't attempting to hit my daily goal today, or the 22nd. I just wanted to make sure that I wrote that 2,000 whatever words in Murder of the Dixons. Because again, I think I've said this in this series, I want to release that series starting next year, so I don't have time to just dilly-dally on it. I kind of need to produce at least one book a month until it's done. Ideally, I would be producing 2 Carver Baxter books per month until it was done, which would be 1 book every 15 days, give or take. They're novellas, it's doable. I've written an entire novel in 6 days before. A first draft, of course. But with Carver Baxter, they're much more difficult to work with sometimes. So it's very touch and go. So on the days that I can write in it, I want to write as much as I possibly can, compared to the days where I can manage like 100 words after a ton of work. But yeah, I was relatively pleased with progress on the 22nd, especially in Murder of the Dixons. Everything else was pretty slow, but still made good progress. Everything else I didn't attempt to work on more than 5 or 10 minutes, but I was happy with progress overall, which is great. But that's all that I have for day 22, now that I'm having a hot flash. So, I hope that your day 22 went well, and I hope that Nano has been going well for you so far, and that it continues to go well for you throughout the rest of the little bit of the month we have left. But that is all that I have for day 22. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, Nano, anything that I do on the channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.